Good morning, seventh grade Bailey Buccaneers. My name is Miss Selman, and I will be the seventh grade assistant principal for this year. And we are going to go through our back to school orientation for this upcoming 2021 2022 school year. And we want to start off with our theme for the year: One Team, One Dream. So, with everything that we do, we always base it around our Spring ISD core values. And so, these are our core values. We base our decisions on what is best for students. We strive for excellence in all that we do. We build trust through integrity and we lead by example. We communicate openly. We value diversity and treat everyone with dignity and respect. And finally, we win as a team. So again, we are here at the Bailey Middle School for Performing and Visual Arts. And our vision for the campus is to establish a middle school of the performing and visual arts that serves as a dual purpose, focusing on arts and academics within a comprehensive middle school structure. Students will participate in rigorous pre-AP core academic classes while exploring and developing skills and concentrations in the areas of dance, drama, instructional music, vocal music, film, media, fine arts, music, technology, and creative writing. And that's in addition to all of our other core content areas and electives courses. Our mission as a middle school performing and visual arts campus, our students will have the opportunity to attend local, state, and national arts related events, as well as participate in arts related internships, apprenticeships, cultural projects, and community service. And so we are continuing with our vision and our mission as a PVA campus. So what is Bailey PVA? So let's take a listen so you can have an idea of what our campus is. We established our PVA platform last year and we are continuing that this year. And so we're going to go through just a brief overview of what that looks like, what our offerings are here on campus, and what we look forward to doing as a PVA campus.
With the future resting on our children's shoulders, the Bailey School of Performing and Visual Arts is aiming to teach every student to utilize creative expression as a vehicle for positive social change. Bearing the name of the esteemed Ricky Charles Bailey, this innovative middle school is one of Spring ISD's public school choice campuses. At the Bailey School, students will have the opportunity to attend local, state, and national arts-related events, as well as participate in arts-related internships, apprenticeships, cultural projects, and community service. Students participate in advanced performing arts electives that expose the various methods of creative expression.
Hi, I'm Shanja Brown, the proud principal of the Bailey School for the Performing and Visual Arts. We are so excited to be Spring ISD's new school of choice. This year, we have a ton of new things that we're offering our students. First and foremost, we have expanded advanced academic courses. Additionally, we're offering advanced performing and visual arts electives. And last but not least, we're incorporating the arts into everything that we do. This year, we're offering dance, creative writing, photography, technical theater, and digital filmmaking. Additionally, we still have our wonderful band program, and we can't wait for you to see what we're going to do with the jazz band. In addition to those new electives, we still have all of the other electives that made Bailey great. We still have a wonderful athletics department, your favorite CTE courses, and everything that you did as an extracurricular activity. But you don't have to take my word for it. Listen to some of our PVA teachers talk about our new offerings.
I think it's wonderful. Music, dance, art, it's all something that we need as people. It just brings joy and happiness to yourself and to others.
I am very excited about it. I feel like
Offering more PVA classes is going to help our students to feel like they have a say in their education, which a lot of middle schoolers don't have. I also feel like PVA classes are very important in helping them to better understand their core classes, but it also helps to bring students closer together when they feel like they're worlds apart. So I feel like this is very exciting and beneficial.
I've been very excited about it. It's actually been one of the things that I've always hoped for and dreamed about, and the fact that it's actually happening is just been an ultimate joy.
I'm so excited about it. I think it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for our students to showcase their talents and give them more chances to express.
I am so excited about the PVA transformation. Bailey is already an exciting, awesome school. We've made great endeavors, and this year the PVA is just going to add to that. So I'm so super excited to be able to give the students the opportunity to express themselves in other ways, not just athletics, but also academically. And in the arts, it's just going to be great.
Our students are going to get to experience some things that we never would have thought possible otherwise. And with our renewed focus on all of the performing and visual arts, our students really get to expand and explore their creativity.
I think that it is going to be absolutely amazing. The kids are going to be able to learn how music fits into science and math and ELA, and we're going to be able to merge all of those things together so that they're able to get a great overview of what they can do in music education and be a part of it.
Students will learn how to perform music, read music, and just how to be good people. In my Art 1 class, we learned the basics. Most of my students come in feeling like they can't draw, they don't know how to do art, and I teach them other ones. They know how to do it by the time they leave because of the techniques that they learn.
So because we're also going to be offering photography, that's going to be one of the major offerings that we're going to be adding, but we're also going to be expanding our competitions, the different projects that we're going to be working on, and we're going to be working on a lot more technologically based media as well.
Some of the most basic things students are going to learn in choir is how to use their voice and how to read music. Many don't think of their voice this way, but the voice is the first human instrument. And so it's the most raw, most natural instrument that we possess as humans. And so the great thing about choir is that we get to learn how to use that instrument. And second, we're going to learn how to read music. And whenever you learn how to read music, it's the equivalent of learning a new language. And you have another way to communicate and express.
In my class this year, my scholars will learn a plethora of things, all the way from the beginner writer who's going to come in, and we're going to focus on fundamentals of what they need to do in order to make themselves better writers, all the way up to the advanced classes for the 8th graders, to where they will learn not just they will understand the basics, but then be able to build on their skills and their talents, be able to create their own self-published authors by the end of the semester.
I'm excited to help our students discover the love for music and help them fall in love with their instruments. I've been very fortunate to have some amazing performance opportunities as a trumpet player, and I'm excited to share some of those opportunities with our students.
They're going to learn from 6th grade how to put an instrument together or learn how to read music, and as they advance in band, they'll also learn how to not just read singular lines of music, but multiple lines and put it together in harmonies and melodies and different things like that, and all the different instruments and how we get it together to make one gigantic concert. That will be a wonderful thing for 6th graders, especially at Christmas and the end of the school year, but also for the big kids, 7th and 8th graders, as they go on to high school and do more complex things with music education.
Dare to dream. Don't worry about the whispers. Don't give mind to the stares. Your dreams are worth following if you take the dare. Dare to be brave. Dare to be unique. Cast away your fears. Put your shame to rest. Dare to be a thinker. Mankind needs more of you. Dare to never settle. The sky has no limits. This is your season. Take the dare.
Visual art, you're going to be taking a lot of the different things that you have learned creatively and then apply them to different types of art forms. So for instance, right here I have a cardboard project that somebody had made in relief. So you're going to take all of your creative ideas and apply them to tons of different types of artwork.
Drawing, painting, sculpting, color theory, and even relief art, just like this. These are some of the things that we're going to do in Art 1. All of that dance gives you is your own creativity.
In the upcoming school year, students can choose to take dance, theater, creative writing, technical theater, filmmaking, and photography. It's a performing and visual arts middle school with a high-quality education that sparks creativity is what you want for your child. The Bailey School for the Performing and Visual Arts is the perfect choice. Find out more about this forward-thinking public school choice campus by visiting the school's website.
So, as mentioned, we are continuing our focus as a PVA campus. We have several options available for our students, and so we are excited to continue building our campus as a PVA campus this year. So, what should you expect from the rest of our presentation today? Who's who at Bailey, some Bailey basics, our Bailey best expectations, some attendance requirements, school safety and security information, some additional information for you, and then there'll be a little bit of frequently asked questions at the end. So who's who here at Bailey? So this is our principal, Miss Brown. She is entering her third year here at Bailey as our campus principal. Next up, we have Dr. Kara Marquez. Dr. Marquez is joining us this year as our associate principal. We have Mrs. Daniela Cole. Mrs. Cole is joining us this year as our sixth grade assistant principal. Ms. Cole has been at our campus for previous years, and so she's not new to the campus, just new to that particular position, but we are super excited to have her join our administrative team as our sixth grade assistant principal. Again, I'm Miss Selman. I am the seventh grade assistant principal this year, and I'm really excited to be working with our seventh grade students. We have Miss Lauren Hooks. Miss Hooks is going to be our eighth grade assistant principal this year, and she is super excited to be returning as well. So we have our counselors. This is Miss Jones. She's our eighth grade counselor. She's also our lead counselor on the campus. And then we have Miss Ville. Miss Ville is our sixth grade counselor. She's returning with us this year as well, and she'll be working closely with our PVA students and courses. So here's their information if you need it. And then our support staff. These are some of the most amazing people who help keep our campus together, thriving, going. And so we have our principal secretary and bookkeeper, Mrs. McLaughlin. We have our seventh grade secretary, Miss De La Cruz. We have our seventh grade secretary, our sixth grade secretary, our seventh grade secretary, Miss Franco. Our eighth grade secretary, Miss Jackson. Our attendance clerk, Miss Hall. Our nurse, Miss Jackson, our registrar, Mrs. Douglas, our SIMS clerk, Mrs. Stanley, our student support specialist, Miss Griffin, and then our testing coordinator, Miss Hopkins. And so you can see their information here if you ever need to get in contact with them. So our Bailey basics. So our Bailey basics, our school mascot, we're the Buccaneers. Our school colors are blue and orange. And then our hours this year are going to be 8:30 a.m. until 4:15 p.m. And please be advised that adult supervision for Bailey students begins at 8:30 a.m. So let's take a look at our bell schedule this year. We'll be on a block schedule this year. We will have our orange and blue days, A and B days, and then we'll have a C day. And so this is our orange day, our A day schedule, and that's going to take place on Mondays and Wednesdays. And so students will have their acceleration SEL, that's our social emotional learning session or period from 8:55 until 9:20. And then they will go to their first, second, third, and fourth period classes throughout the day, beginning at 9:20 and ending at 4:15. On our blue days or our B days, those are Tuesdays and Thursdays, students will see their fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth period teachers, and they'll also have that acceleration and social emotional learning period at the beginning of the day. You can also see our lunch times on here. Lunch will be the same time on our A and B days, and so you'll see sixth grade lunch, 10:55 until 11:25, seventh grade 11:30 until 12:05, and then eighth grade 12:10 until 12:55. And then this is our C day schedule, our Friday schedule. And keep in mind, Fridays are spirit days as well. And so you can see the schedule is a bit modified for Friday because students will go to all of their class periods first through eighth. And so our lunch times are going to differ just a tad bit based on our schedule. So this is just an overview of our instructional process and what that looks like. A lesson cycle, a 90-minute block, what that will look like when the students are in class. They have their core beliefs and do now activities. That's to kind of get them engaged in the lesson, in the learning. There's the I do, what the teacher does, goes over, explains what's going on, the different topics. The we do, it's where we're working together, students and teachers. And then the you do is where the students get to show what they've learned and whether or not they've mastered that topic for the day. And then there will be some small and whole group reteaching throughout the day as well. So our cafeteria information breakfast is going to be served beginning at 8:30. That's when our doors open to students until 9. All students are receiving free breakfast and lunch this year. We're really excited about that. But we want to make sure one important thing is that you do that annual update because it includes that form that's needed in order for our students to continue receiving that free breakfast and free lunch. So in regards to our dress code, our students wear khaki or new this year. They also get to wear navy bottoms. And then the appropriate colored shirt for seventh grade students, we wear orange. Please also keep in mind that hoodies are not allowed, and this includes any jacket, shirt, sweater, anything that has a hood attached. It is not allowed. Please make sure you're making plans not to purchase those items for the school year because they will be confiscated. So again, hoodies, meaning anything with a hood on it, is not allowed on campus. Hats also may not be worn in the building. They'll be confiscated if worn. And then jackets must be a solid color without any graphics. And then our full dress code policy is listed on our website, so you can always hop over there and take a look so you can get the more specific items. Also, we have our school store this year again, and so you can purchase that Bailey gear on the school store. You can find that on our school website. And that also includes t-shirts that can be worn on our spirit days for Friday. So please remember that Monday through Thursday, students are expected to be in their orange polos. And then on Fridays, they can wear their spirit shirts. So school supplies, our school supply list is posted on our website. We are also offering online ordering of supplies. If you're interested in that, please go on and get your order in because we have to allow 10 days for processing. So if you're wanting to do your online ordering of your school supplies, please go on and check our website now, and so you can get that order in. And please also keep in mind that while we make every effort at the beginning of the year to include all of the items that students will need for the entire year, there might be some times throughout the year where additional items are required, but please rest assured that teachers will provide prior notice to allow for such requests. Our cell phone policy, this is a really big one. Cell phones and other electronic devices should be silenced and not in use, especially during the instructional setting without authorization, meaning that students have permission from the teachers to have them out. Cell phone usage is strictly prohibited during testing. They're also prohibited in the locker rooms for PE, athletics, or the restroom areas while at school sponsored or related events. And then if a student uses an electronic device without authorization and it is confiscated, there is a $15 administrative fee that is required, and the parent or non-student owner has to pick that phone up and they can retrieve that from the front office. Students who violate the cell phone policy, including a refusal to comply with administrator's request to turn over the device, or any teacher or staff member's request to turn over the device, should be subject to disciplinary action, and that is in accordance with our student code of conduct. And then also please keep in mind that the district nor the campus are responsible for damaged, lost, or stolen telecommunication devices or personal electronic devices. And so basically that means we are not responsible for cell phones that are lost or stolen or damaged while here on campus. So it's really important that students take care of their cell phones or electronic devices and that they keep up with them. And so the last note, we ask that any parent who needs to contact their students, you're encouraged to contact our front office, Ms. Santoyo. She is our receptionist and she'll be happy to assist you with passing on whatever message you need to get to your student or alerting the teachers that your student needs to speak with you. And so we'll make arrangements for your student to be able to come out and call you. So we ask that you please limit the communication between you and your students while they're in class, as it can sometimes be a distraction, but we'll be more than happy to assist you with getting in contact with your student if needed. So next up is our Home Access Center. This is where you can log in as a parent. You can view your students' attendance, their grades, any type of notifications. Our updated information goes in there as well. We're currently in the process of doing our annual update that we do every year, and so you can access that in the Home Access Center. So now we're going to move on to our Bailey's Best Expectations. So these are routines and procedures that all of our students are expected to follow, and it's just the means of keeping our campus safe and being able to maximize our learning time. So in the cafeteria, we ask that students be polite, have proper etiquette, that they stay seated, and that they tidy up. And so these are some different steps to being the best in the cafeteria. They're walked in by their teachers, they sit at their tables. The noise level is 0 until everybody's received their food. They're called up by tables to go to the line, and so we have order to make sure everyone gets to get their meals and that they get seated and they have time to eat. Our noise level is to remain at a 1. And they stay seated until given further instructions or unless they have permission to move around. We ask that they discard of all of their trash when we are directing them to do so. They'll be picked up by their teachers and walk back to class. So our hallway expectations be on the right. We ask that all students walk on the right side of the hallway. Everyone must walk, not run. Speak appropriately, meaning that you're maintaining an appropriate voice level, and timely arrival. You are arriving to class on time. No tardies. So what does that look like? Students are walking on the right. We have arrows downstairs and upstairs that direct students. Stay on the right side. Conversation is at a level 1. Keep hands, feet, objects to yourself. No horseplay, no PDA. Those are definitely against our student code of conduct. Make sure you're in the correct area, using the correct stairwells. We have certain stairwells that are for up and certain ones that are for going down. Make sure you arrive to class on time. No profanity And please don't touch or write anything on the walls. We want to keep our campus as nice as possible. For the restroom, we want you to be appropriate. We want you to make sure you flush. We want you to stay sanitary, and we want you to have a timely exit. So, what does that look like? You're walking on the right to enter and exit. Your conversation level is at a 1. You're keeping your hands and feet and any objects to yourself. No PDA, no horse playing. You're taking care of your business. You're getting in, doing what you need to do, and then you come on out. Please make sure to flush. Please make sure to wash your hands. Limit your profanity, and then go on and exit quickly and get back to class so you can get back to learning. So moving on, these are our attendance requirements. School attendance and arriving to school on time is extremely important. We know that instruction and learning that occur on a daily basis in our classroom, that's our central mission, making sure our students are here, they're learning. We ask that you as a parent make sure that school attendance is high on your list of expectations for your students as well. Our daily goal for our campus is 97% overall attendance, and that's by grade level and by campus as a whole. And so we expect all of our students to be on campus every day. We will have some different student incentives throughout the year in regards to our attendance and our students who are here every day or who are meeting that goal that we have set. And so we just ask that you support us in our efforts to reaching our attendance goals and having our students here every day to make sure that they are successful in the classroom. So please keep in mind that in order for an absence to be marked excused, you must send a written note or a doctor's excuse. And so this is the information for our attendance clerk, Ms. Hall, and you can find her here at our attendance office, and that's her email address, her phone number, and then that's also our fax number in case you need to fax anything in. So tardies, we want all of our students to get to class on time. We have paced it out ourselves. We know how much time it takes typically to get to class, and so students will have ample time to get where they need to go as long as they are focused and making every effort to get there. Please be sure to get to class on time because attendance is going to be taken as soon as class starts. And so if you're not making it to class on time, you can be marked absent. And do you know what happens when you're marked absent? We call or email our parents so they know that that student was either marked tardy or that they were absent. And so we want to make sure that we're getting to class on time each day. So in regards to school safety and security, we do have our metal detectors this year, and so we will be running those in addition to our backpack checks. Please remember that backpacks must be clear or mesh, same as previous years, so that is nothing new. In addition, our students must have their ID badges. This is also a part of our daily uniform requirements, so students should have those on each day, and so they'll need a lanyard to have their ID badges. Please note that if lost, temporary badges will cost $1 per day, and then new badges will cost $5. And so please keep in mind that that is the expectation for our students, that they have their IDs on every day. It is also an expectation that students do not damage their IDs. So we're not scratching on them, we're not marking out our pictures, we're not writing on them. That will result in the student having to purchase a new ID. So please, please, please be sure to help us with this and make sure that students are wearing their IDs and that that is included in their normal everyday uniform. In regards to fighting, it just won't be tolerated. First-time offenders, we will recommend them for our DAEP. And so we expect all students to be here. Keep your hands, feet, objects to yourself. Fighting is it's a non-negotiable for us, as well as bullying. We're not tolerating either of those. And so please be sure that you are on your best behavior and making the best choices. And then please note that we do reward our positive behavior. We will be continuing with our PBIS reward system. And so parents, you have access to that as well as students. And so we will be using that as well for our positive behavior. Parental support in situations where students are experiencing difficulties adjusting to our expectations. We'll invite our parents to come on in and shadow their students throughout the day, just so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on. And then please keep in mind that if your student is suspended for any reason, they must stay home on those dates, and that being on campus during a suspension is considered trespassing. And so that can result in some consequences. So please make sure that you are abiding by that. In regards to arrival, please keep in mind that there might be a line at the door because it takes a little longer because we're doing those backpack checks, those metal detectors. And so we want to make sure that all of our students are safe as they're entering the building. So please don't be alarmed if you come by, you're dropping your student off and you see a long line. Please be assured that we are doing our best to make sure that our students are safe. Dismissal, we dismiss by grade level, by hallway. So we make sure that all of our processes and transitions throughout campus are safe and orderly to make sure that your students are safe while they're here on campus. And then visitors, as a visitor, you will have to go through the metal detector as well. And then please also keep in mind that if you have to visit campus and you need to do anything regarding your student, check them out, get information, you will need your photo ID. Leaving campus, students are not allowed to exit the building without permission. And so please keep in mind, we do have cameras around the building inside and out. And so we do monitor the different things that are going on here on campus. And we do get those alerts when when doors are opened when they shouldn't be. We ask that students don't open exterior doors for anyone. It's a safety precaution. And then we ask that students walk all the time, no running. We have those arrows on the right side, so you're reminded to stay on the right. We're walking on the right, and we are not running across campus or playing. Earbuds, we ask that you do not wear those during transitions. We want to make sure that you can hear what's going on. Portable speakers, not allowed. And then students are not allowed to be in unauthorized areas. So please keep that in mind. As a 7th grade student, you are expected to be in the 7th grade pod unless you are at an electives course that might be in another location of the building. So moving on, these are our COVID-19 district updates that we currently have. This year, we are not requiring masks for students or staff. However, the CDC recommends that teachers, staff, students, and visitors do wear masks regardless of your vaccination status. And so we're not requiring masks, but we are recommending them. And that's based on CDC recommendations. And so we'll give you more guidance as we receive more guidance. Please also keep in mind that we will continue to emphasize the importance of anyone who is ill to do self-screening to make sure that you're not experiencing COVID-19 symptoms. We ask that any students who test positive, please keep those students at home for that quarantine period. And please, please, please be sure to alert us and let us know on campus. And then also, please keep in mind that if your student does have to be absent, our teachers will definitely make sure that they are able to make up any work that they miss. So additional information, our annual update. This is very, very, very important. You might have been receiving phone calls, emails, asking you to go in and complete your annual update. This is required for all of our students, whether they are new or returning, or if you've been in the district forever. We do our annual update every single year. Typically, we send home those packets, but we have transitioned to online updates. And then this year, they're also going to be in the Home Access Center. So very easy process. Please make sure you go there, Home Access Center, registration, and then complete your student's annual update. Even if you're not changing any information for your student or for you, it's very important that you please go in and still complete that annual update. This also includes the information in the document that's required in order for our students to continue receiving that free lunch and free breakfast. So please make sure you do that. You can visit our campus website or our district website for more information. Make sure I got the right one. So bus routes. Bus routes are available. You can get there by going to our district website. There's a tab at the top that says parents, and then there are some resources on there, and there's the link that'll tell you for bus routes and school zone locator, and all you do is just enter your address and it will show you the bus route information, bus number, and then those pickup and drop off locations and times. And so Z-Pass, this is something that's new this year for our students. It's an extra mode of security for our students and for our parents and families. And so Z-Pass, our students are all going to receive a pass for the bus. They'll scan that when they get on the bus, and that as a parent, you'll be able to see where your students are and their information once they scan that badge to get on the bus. You'll have access to that. There's an app where you can see their location. And so that's just an extra mode of protection for our parents and students. And so you can go to our district website to get more information on that, or you can check out our parent newsletter. So these are the instructions for getting that. I'm not going to go through them completely, but I have them here on the screen. And I'll leave it up for just a second so you're able to take a snapshot if you would like to. All right, in regards to immunizations, all of our incoming 7th graders are required to have the MCV4 and Tdap immunizations, and that's prior to the beginning of this year. Ms. Jackson started sending that information out last year to make sure that our parents were aware and got those updated immunizations. So if you are an incoming 7th grader, it is a requirement, not just Bailey, not just Spring, it is a state requirement that you have those immunizations. So please make sure that you get those. If you're unsure and you need to know if your student has had them or not, please feel free to contact Nurse Jackson here on campus. So volunteers. We are always looking for volunteers here on campus. If you're interested in volunteering, please make sure you visit our district website, complete that volunteer form. There's some information they have to take, and then you can sign up specifically for our campus. If you have other students in the district, you can sign up for their campus as well, but we are definitely always looking for volunteers here on campus. And these are some of the ways that you can volunteer: as a hall monitor, as a parent engagement committee member, program sponsorships. If you can't get here on campus, but you or your business, you're willing to sponsor some of our events, that would be awesome. Or if you know people who would be willing to sponsor our campus or different things that we have going on here, that's a way to volunteer as well. As our LPAC representative, you can be a member of our PTO or our Watchdogs. That's a program for our dads. Then our parent newsletter, I mentioned that before. Make sure your email address is on file. And so that's included in that annual update. And that way you can get our weekly parent newsletter. It goes out at the beginning of each week throughout the year. And that way you can know what's going on campus, what's going on in the district, or even what's going on in the community, because we share community information as well. So these are some upcoming events that we have. First thing is our Back to School Buccaneer Boot Camp. That's coming up this Saturday, August 7th, 2021. For us, 7th grade, ours is going to be from 12 o'clock until 1:45. And so you'll get to meet some of the teachers here. You get to meet some of the staff. And then there will be some tables where you can receive some different information in addition to this orientation information as well. Our 6th grade summer bridge camp, if you have a 6th grader or you know someone who is entering 6th grade and they did not attend our summer bridge camp before, this is our last call. So we have that coming up, and that's going to be on August 10th from 9 until 12. So again, if you know of any 6th graders who are incoming who didn't attend the summer bridge camp before, please let them know. And then for our 7th graders, you finally get to play football this year. And so if you are interested in playing football, our first practice for football is going to be Monday, August 16th. So that's the week following when students begin. But there's going to be a parent meeting this Thursday, August 5th. It is mandatory for parents to be there because they're also going to be distributing equipment. And so that's going to start at 6 o'clock. And then please note that players must have a completed physical. It's got to be updated for this year. And they're rank 1 in order to receive their equipment, participate in practice, or participate in games. So please, please, please make sure that you have everything in order if you are interested in playing football this year. And there are some different forms on there as well as the website where you can go to complete your rank 1. And then please also keep in mind that any student who is playing football, they're required to have the athletic uniform. That costs $25. Those will be sold at our orientation as well, or students can purchase those on the first day of school. Then if you have any questions about any of this, Coach Green is your contact, and his information is below. All right, so now we've reached the end of our session. And so we want to go through some frequently asked questions that we get to try to help bridge any gaps that may be from the information we've shared or any other questions that you might come up with or think of. And so we try to be proactive and think of some of those. And so we have some frequently asked questions with answers here. And then if you have any additional questions beyond what we've discussed in this orientation, you're more than welcome to reach out to either of us here on campus. So where's my student's report card from the previous school year? You can access that in the Home Access Center. If you don't have your login information, you can contact our registrar, Mrs. Douglas, and that's her email address there, and she can give you your username and your password. So next question, did my student pass or fail last year? Do you even know if your student is passing and starting 7th grade this year? Well, if you received a letter or a phone call from your 6th grade administrator last year saying that you were going to be retained, then that's the case and you won't be promoted. Otherwise, if you didn't receive a phone call, if you didn't receive a letter, if you didn't receive any type of contact telling you that your student's going to be retained to 6th grade, then it is safe to say that your student is joining us for 7th grade. My student did not return in his or her Chromebook. What should we do? If your student is attending a Spring ISD campus this year, then he or she is going to utilize the same Chromebook. So it's totally okay. We are asking that students have their Chromebooks every single day. So if you still have your Chromebook from last year, that's perfect because you just bring it every day this year. What is the latest time that I can check my student out? Our office closes to check out at 4 o'clock p.m. After that, we ask that you wait until students have been dismissed at 4:15. Where can you view your student schedule for this year? Tentative schedules can be viewed in the Home Access Center. Please keep in mind that final schedules will be provided to students on the first day of school, so there might be some changes between now and the first day. So we will be giving students updated schedules and their final schedules that they will follow on the first day. But you can check out a tentative schedule now. Will my student have an opportunity to change his or her schedule? So the answer to that, there will be a window for making requests to change schedules. Our counselors will make every effort to honor the request, but please keep in mind that these are only requests, so it's not guaranteed that your student's schedule will be changed. But there will definitely be an opportunity for them to make a request. How early can I drop my student off on campus? Adult supervision for students will not begin until 8:30. So please keep that in mind. We know that sometimes parents have to get to work sooner, but please keep in mind that adult supervision will not occur until 8:30 a.m. each day. How late can I pick my student up from campus? Again, adult supervision for student ends at 4:30 p.m. each day, unless students are staying after or involved in any after school activities. Otherwise, adult supervision ends at 4:30. Is my student required to have a Chromebook laptop this year? Yes, we ask that your student brings his or her Chromebook or laptop, because students can use a personal laptop to campus every single day. And then if you are in need of a device, we do have some here. So just please give us a call at our front office, Ms. Santoyo. Our receptionist can definitely get you where you need to be to get a new Chromebook. And then what happens if my student loses his or her Z Pass? And so that's that new bus pass that we're going to be giving out. And so students will be given a temporary bus pass to allow them to get on the bus that day. That can be used to board the bus, but that Z Pass has to be replaced, and there is a $6 fee for replacement. So please keep that in mind. So that's it for our frequently asked questions. I thank you for joining us for our 7th grade orientation. We look forward to seeing our students and working with our parents. And again, if you have any questions beyond what we've discussed here, please feel free to reach out to our campus. So thank you for joining me, and we look forward to having a wonderful school year.